Hey y'all, good morning. Welcome to another What Else is Going On, aka We Go Podcast YouTube video. I'm your girl, your host, Taria. I'm glad to see y'all this morning. I'm sitting here waiting to go to the Jazz Fest. So I figured, let me do a video. I ain't never been to a music festival, so I was trying to get festival hair. I don't know, try to tie it in the bow in the back. Got my little uh overall shorts set on. I'm ready to go. Y'all, all of a sudden, I gotta hold on. Child, as soon as I started talking to y'all, I started coughing. So I hope y'all are having a wonderful, wonderful day. It is Saturday. I hope that y'all get whatever y'all want to get done, either whether it's getting out in these streets, getting stuff done, or being home just chilling. I hope y'all do it. I have 2 more days here after today, so I'm excited. So let's get into it. First up, y'all, yesterday we talked about PK. PK was out in these streets lip locking with a woman. Well, Dorit has now come to the front. This is according to TMZ. Dorit Kemsley will not be reconciling with her estranged husband. She's filed to divorce PK, and it looks like a custody war could be brewing, TMZ has learned. Y'all think it's going to be a custody war? Okay. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star filed her petition Friday in LA County, and according to the docs obtained by TMZ, she's asked sole legal and physical custody of their 2 children, 11-year-old Jagger and 9-year-old Phoenix. Y'all, they got big. Like, we really be watching these kids grow up. In the divorce docs filed by Dorit's powerhouse attorney, Samantha Spector, she requests spousal support from PK. They've been married since March 2015, so they're just over the 10-year mark. And they announced their separation May of 2024. So to me, it seems like in California, is there a law where you know how some places you have to be separated for a certain amount of time? Like in Maryland, I think it's 12 months. Since they announced May of 2024, does California have a law where they have to be separated for a certain amount of time? Because if so, that's about to come up. A year is coming up next week because next week is May. Well, I guess depending on when they did in May. Sources connected to the couple tell us they do not have a prenup. Interestingly, PK was at Cipriani's in NYC Thursday night and was making out with Shayna Wall, an Amazing Race contestant who also used to date Ryan Seacrest. Child. The fact Dorit and PK were together for more than 10 years could be critical when it comes to spousal support in California. It means PK could be on the hook indefinitely or until Dorit remarries. PK is a property developer and talent manager whose clients have included the likes of Boy George and Pele. Pele. Wasn't he the soccer player? When we spoke to Dorit last summer, she sounded kind of open to the idea of possibly patching things up with PK, telling us she was taking it one day at a time and that they were both focusing on their kids. Now, people are maybe like, well, does it matter if they have a prenup? Does PK even have any money? Y'all know they were just 4 months behind on their mortgage. And Dorit explained it as, Child, I hope y'all can hear me because my dag on mic cover has come off. Y'all, this is so annoying to me. I'm gonna have to play this back to see if you. Oh, I'm so pissed off. Does it matter if I don't have the cover on? All right, it's on now. I hope. Let's move on. Anyway, so people may be like, PK doesn't even have any money to give Dorit, right? But remember a couple weeks ago, a picture was posted and it was Mauricio and PK sitting down with Alex Baskin, who used to be an executive producer on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And I think PK alluded to it being like basically about business, like a show. So I wonder if he's getting ready to get a show, how that would affect Dorit in the divorce if the show comes after them separating or being married, if the show even comes about. I don't know, but y'all think Dorit has secured her storyline for next year or next season, rather? So she'll definitely be back because now we'll be watching her go through a divorce. I guess we'll see. Speaking of divorces, this is according to Yahoo Entertainment by way of In Touch. Real Housewives of Atlanta's Kelli Farel's ex-husband drags her back to court to lower child support payments. Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kelli Farel's ex-husband, Shavalo, is that how you say it? Farel, pleaded with a judge to lower his monthly child support payments. In Touch can exclusively report Mark filed a petition obtained, well, it says Chuvalo Farel. Yeah, that's his name. Why was I think his name was Mark, y'all? That's for security. Chuvalo filed a petition obtained by In Touch on February 2nd. He explained the final judgment and decree of divorce was issued on September 24th, 2024. So their final divorce was issued September of last year. So what he said was the amount that she was awarded for child support was based on his then monthly income of $19,487. Kelli was earning around $15,000 per month, according to court documents. In his newly filed petition, he said that since the order was entered, there has been a substantial change in his income and financial status. Chuvalo's petition read specifically that he is no longer working for the family business that was granted to Kelli, and his income has been substantially reduced. He pleaded with the court to modify downward in his monthly child support payments on a temporary and permanent basis. He said that the change in his income has been involuntarily. Actually, his words were, the change in his income has been entirely involuntarily. So he's saying, I ain't do this. I don't work for the family business, because I believe Kelli was granted the business. So now he's saying his income has been reduced and he can't afford to pay the monthly payment. His rep previously told In Touch, Mr. Farel appreciates the interest in his ongoing personal matters, but he is committed to focusing on his family and professional responsibilities during this challenging time. They also added, it is important to note that the details surrounding his divorce from Kelli Potter Farel are complex and sensitive. Mr. Farel has consistently sought to resolve these issues amicably and in the best interest of all parties involved, particularly their children. I wonder if the judge is going to do it. And speaking of Mr. Chuvalo Farel, Kelli's ex, this is according to the Jasmine brand, Kelli Farrell's ex-husband, Chuvalo Farel slams Bravo with a cease and desist over false narrative on RHOA. Now, I did go to his Instagram page and he was taking pictures, and somebody was like, it's not funny, but y'all know how the internet goes. In the comments, somebody said, why you do that to Kelli? And he said, don't believe everything you see and hear is not real, basically false. So he issued a cease and desist to Bravo Media and NBC Universal. The legal action demands an immediate halt to what he calls defamatory portrayals on the show, which have harmed his reputation and well-being. Despite a divorce decree preventing disparagement, Mark claims that, see, they're calling him Mark again. Okay, his name is Chuvalo Mark Farel. That's what it is. Okay, so, and again, I'm reading from the Jasmine brand. The legal action demands an immediate halt to what he calls defamatory portrayals on the show, which have harmed his reputation and well-being. Despite a divorce decree preventing disparagement, he claims that false allegations of financial misconduct and threats have been aired. He seeks public clarification, requesting media outlets retract misleading statements and rectify their coverage, aiming to restore his image and protect his family and business interests. So I'm curious, because what he says is, despite a divorce decree preventing disparagement, Mark claims that false allegations of financial misconduct and threats have been aired. He didn't say anything about her talking about the physical abuse that she suffered, that she alleged, rather, that she suffered. Now, my question is, if Bravo is taking this seriously, are they going to, even though the current season is airing, are they going to look through what else they have lined up for us and try to go back and make cuts? And the season is airing? Or will this affect Kelli next season on the show going forward, if Bravo would even want to pick her up again, which they probably will, because she'll have other story possibly. I don't know. Child, one of the comments said, has he been talking to Simon? No, they said, what they say? They said, oh my goodness, he's been talking to Simon. Somebody else said, Andy, let's wrap this season up. Somebody else said, she shouldn't be able to speak on him if he can't respond. And then somebody else said, she definitely can speak on her life. And then that same person said she have other things going on in her life besides him. I don't know. I feel like this is her platform, and I'm allowed to tell my story. And you played the role that you played in my life. You did the things that you did to me in my life, and I'm allowed to share those. I don't know. What do y'all think, though? Should she not be allowed to share certain things because he can't respond back? I feel like this show is about my life, and I'm talking about a part of my life that I experienced and what went on. Hopefully, I would be telling the truth, and you shouldn't have played the villain in my life, that a villain role, if you will, for that part of my life if you didn't want to be perceived that way. I guess I don't know. What do y'all think? I think she has a right to talk about what's going on in her life, or do y'all agree with this person, this commenter that says she shouldn't be allowed to talk about him because he can't talk back? There's been a lot of stuff going on. Last thing, Diddy, his trial's coming up. I said if I was in New York, I would be reporting. I would be reporting to y'all live. Well, I don't know. They might would take my phone. I don't know, but I would be coming to y'all with the business. But anyway, this is according to Rolling Stone. Sean Combs rejected a plea deal in sex trafficking case. Prosecutors finally confirmed that Sean Diddy Combs was offered and rejected a plea deal at a court hearing Friday, April 25th, just weeks before the disgraced hip-hop mogul's sex trafficking trial is about to start. The long-rumored deal was mentioned near the end of the hearing, during which a variety of other matters were discussed. Prosecutors asked Judge Aaron Subramaniam if he could. Now, it looks like allocate, but it's not, so maybe it's allocute, Allocute, Combs on the plea agreement, essentially meaning ask him in court and on the record if he understands the plea was offered and rejected. The judge said he would address the plea at a hearing next Thursday, May 1st, so that's coming up. The terms of the plea deal Diddy rejected are unknown, and it's unclear if they'll ever be revealed. A lawyer for Combs did not immediately return Rolling Stone's request for comment, so we don't know what was in the plea deal. It's a standard procedure for prosecutors to offer plea deals in most cases they oversee, even when they believe they have a strong case. Francisco Mundaka, a former state prosecutor in New York and now owner of the Mundaka law firm, tells Rolling Stone this frequently happens in these types of cases. With sex assault cases, prosecutors try to protect the alleged victims as much as possible. Maybe their safety is in question, or you want to protect them from having to relive what happened. Once they testify, all the details are out there. So prosecutors want to balance bringing justice on behalf of victims while also protecting them. It's a fine line they have to walk. So, along with the revelation of the rejected plea deal, Friday's hearing also saw the judge rule that the 2016 security footage of Combs beating then-girlfriend Cassie Ventura in a Los Angeles hotel could be shown to the jury. The infamous footage leaked to CNN last May, and at the time, Combs, who hadn't been arrested and indicted yet, even posted a short apology video in which he said, "I take full responsibility for my actions. In that video, I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it, and I'm disgusted now." In recent weeks, however, Combs and his lawyers have fought hard to discredit the video and make it inadmissible as evidence. Just last March, Combs alleged that CNN, I remember he tried to say that that CNN had altered the security footage and destroyed the original tape. He accused the network of covering the timestamp and then changing the video sequence and speeding up the video to make it falsely appear that the actions in the video are taking place faster than they are. Even if they sped it up, we saw you do it. I don't care if they put it on 4-speed and it looked like it all happened in 1 second. The point is, it happened. Like, CNN issued a statement denying Combs' claims. I wonder if, let's just say they investigated and said, oh yeah, we found that CNN sped up the video. Would that be some sort of technicality, possibly? And he thought they could throw out the whole video because of that small technical, because it was proven to be altered. I don't know. Maybe that's where he was going with it, because I can't imagine another reason why he would go to, it was sped up. I don't know. Of the ruling on the video, the lawyer that they had reached out to, that was an attorney in New York, said it's a huge win for the prosecution and a tough loss for the defense. I can't see how any jury member will be able to view that video and think favorably of Sean Combs. It's going to be hard to watch. Visuals are so powerful at trial, they're almost irreplaceable. Combs' trial is set to begin May 5th. He has pled not guilty to charges of sex trafficking and racketeering and has denied all other allegations of misconduct leveled against him. I remember when that video came out, people who didn't believe her or had so much to say came out and like apologized and all these different things. So, there is a small part of me that still wonders, is something shisty or fugazi going to happen and he end up getting off, even with all of this evidence? I hope not, but I guess we'll see. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Diddy and the trial starting. Do y'all think this is going to be like OJ level? Remember OJ's trial? They called it the trial of the century. Do y'all think Diddy's trial is that level of a trial, if you will? Y'all let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think about Mark issuing the cease and desist with Bravo. And do y'all think that will affect Kelli in the future from filming? Also, let me know what y'all think about him wanting to lower his child support. And Dorit said, I'm filing for divorce and I'm getting my flute. Wait, what did they hold? My diamond, child. Even if I can't afford them in real life, I'm going to hold one in opening credits. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I will talk to y'all later. Have a wonderful Saturday. I'm off to the Jazz Fest. Y'all, talk to y'all later. See ya. Oh, did I tell y'all that my nephew fell in love with me? He did. Talk to y'all later.